Hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. I know I literally haven't posted on here in forever, but today I kind of want to do something a little different. So I have this giant stack of photo cards to organize. It's so bad. Basically, I just haven't had any room in my binders or the supplies to put them away. So they've kind of been sitting here for the past 2 months. But today I thought it would be kind of fun to organize them together. And also you guys sent me some questions to answer. So we're gonna do that as well. First off, let me show you what I'm working with, okay? So for the past year, I've had 3 binders. I have BTS 17 and my miscellaneous binder of groups that I have photo cards for, but don't really have enough to have their own binder, you know? But with these binders, they have been full. If you see this one, she is literally holding on for dear life. But for Christmas, my sister got me a new binder, so I have this one now. And I also got some more supplies. So I got 3 packs of pages and then also more sleeves. What I'm thinking is obviously I'm gonna keep BTS and 17 their own binders because I have way too many of them to not have their own binders. But I'm gonna split this miscellaneous binder into 2. Instead of just doing random half and half though, I'm gonna put 5th gen into this binder and then keep the rest in this one. I think I'm gonna start with my 17 collection and then move into my miscellaneous collection. I don't have any BTS photo cards to add right now, so that binder thankfully is staying put. I can't wait to answer your guys' questions and finally get these organized, so let's get right into it. New angle unlocked. I kind of want to put you guys down here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Ignore the plushies that are going on this bed. Hold on, let me make it look a little nicer. Voila. I think that looks a little better. Here's the behemoth. I have your questions saved over here. I'm just gonna answer them, I guess, while I sleeve these photo cards because that's the first thing I need to do. So I got this question a lot. It was either what was your favorite concert you went to or top 3 concerts you've been to. So I think it's really hard. I've been to a handful of concerts and to just pick one would be kind of insane. I will say last year my favorite obviously had to be seeing 17 because I saw them with VIP. Oh my gosh, I still can't believe that's real. I saw them with VIP the second night I went. So last minute my friends and I decided to go both nights because originally we were just gonna go to one, but then we were flying in the morning of the first concert and the first concert was on Halloween and we were we can't miss a show on Halloween. That's so iconic. Why would we not go, you know? So we decided last minute to go for both nights. Best decision we ever made, honestly, because getting to experience it twice was just insane. Having the VIP experience for 17 was actually crazy. Never would have imagined I would get to do that because I don't know, I always thought VIP for K-pop concerts, I was like that's so out of reach. I'm never gonna do that, but here I am. I had VIP for P1 Harmony and 17 this year. Oh my goodness. So P1 Harmony was definitely one of my favorite concerts too because we got to meet them during send off. Meet them. It was very short. NCT Dream I did not have VIP for, but that show was insane. Literally the best vibes ever, honestly. I was electric walking out of that arena, so definitely NCT Dream has to be up there, but also I saw Yoongi on his D-Day tour. That has to be up there too because oh my goodness, that was crazy. And then I always say this, but J-Hope, I saw him at Lollapalooza. That's not really a concert, but that is so iconic. I was at Hobie Palooza for my alt bias. Yeah, I almost forgot Wave to Earth. I went to Wave to Earth in their 2023 tour because I was supposed to see them in 2024, but then I live in Orlando and it got pushed because of the hurricane. So I'm gonna be seeing them this year, which I'm so excited for because I have VIP again. I have their meet and greet VIP package, but they're also doing sound check this year. They didn't do sound check for the last tour. It was just the meet and greet. And so I'm really excited for that. I'm curious to see what their sound check is gonna be like. Wave to Earth definitely has to be up there with my favorite concerts because I got Barricade for that show. Plus, we were also able to get the merch that we wanted, which I know a lot of people weren't. So overall, that day just went really well. I was not expecting it to at all because the venue they went to was kind of known for being a little disorganized. So yeah, long story short, Not really. Those are like my favorite concerts I've been to, I think. I don't know how to give a normal answer. Everything has to have like a forever long explanation. Okay, so this question is kind of a follow-up question to the last one I answered, which is, do you have any concerts planned this year? Yes, I already have Wave to Earth planned because like I said, it got postponed. And then also Ampersand one are coming to Orlando, which is so shocking because literally no one comes to Orlando. I really wanted to go to ESPA, but Hobie just announced his tour and I'm gonna have to travel for for that, so I know that's gonna be a really expensive trip. So only 3 so far. I know last year I went to a lot of concerts, but it's because most of my like school classes were online, and so I had like more autonomy to like travel and stuff. This year, not the case. This semester I have a lot of in-person classes, and so I'm a little more busy and it doesn't give me as much freedom to travel. So luckily Hobie's tour falls over my spring break, so I know I'm not gonna have classes then. There have been rumors that Zero Base One's gonna tour this year, so if that happens, obviously I have to go. I have to see Zero Base One. Oh, I think this is probably the #1 question I got, and it's, how did you get into K-pop? So I always like was kind of aware of K-pop. Obviously I really only knew like BTS and Blackpink, but then in my freshman year it was quarantine, so everyone was like online all the time, including me, even though I chose to like go back to school as soon as I could, like in-person school. But like I had no friends because I was a freshman in high school, so I was already at different school, and also the school I went to, no one from my middle school was zoned there except for me and like the people on my street, and the rest of the people on my street chose to do online school. So you see how like I had like no friends, so I was like perpetually online. So obviously I saw like everyone posting about K-pop because I think like quarantine time was like when like a lot of people started getting into K-pop. Also, that was like the time when Dynamite by BTS really blew up. Funny enough, even though BTS is my alt group now, they were not the first K-pop group I stan, which I know is kind of like backwards. Like most of the time people get into BTS first and then like start alting another group. How I got into K-pop in the first place was through Red Velvet. Russian Roulette by Red Velvet was trending on TikTok because everybody's doing like that dance. So I saw it and I was like, oh, this is so cute. Like I love this. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, not the locals like getting into K-pop through this Russian roulette dance. Like everybody's dancing to this. And I was like, I don't want to be a local. I want to know about this kind of stuff. So that like kind of sent me on this like downward spiral into getting to know K-pop just because I didn't want to be considered like a local. That's so like embarrassing to say. Okay, this was freshman year me, okay? But the first groups I stanned were Pew and Harmony. This was like their debut era. Like their debut album had just dropped. So Pew and Harmony, and then Stray Kids, because that was like God's Menu, like backdoor era. But I didn't really like dive in until I started standing BTS. And how I started standing BTS is I watched their carpool karaoke, which I know is the case for a lot of people. Dude, that carpool karaoke video, the grip it had on me, I was obsessed. It's like basically all from there. So now my alt groups are BTS, 17, Zero Base One, and NCT. Okay, someone asked, how did you first start making content for TikTok? This is a good question. I actually only started consistently posting on my TikTok account at the beginning of 2024, but like I had that account, the account I post on now, for probably like 2 years before I actually started using it. So the reason I made that account is because I didn't really want to like post about K-pop on the TikTok account that I had, that like everyone from school and like church followed me on. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna make a new account so like hopefully people from school don't find this. But I really only posted very sporadically. But then at the beginning of 2024, I posted a TikTok about me like organizing my photo cards or something. I wouldn't say it blew up, but it did pretty well. When I posted that TikTok and I saw that it was doing really well and I was like gaining followers from it, I was like, wait, I should finally start consistently posting like I've always wanted to. So I started posting a lot, but then like March or April, I posted my first like dancing video and it blew up. It was my first video to get like over 1 million views, and I think I gained like 3,000 followers from that video alone, which is so insane. Being on TikTok like forced me to come out of my shell, and then also everyone on TikTok was like, please start a YouTube channel, so that's why I have this now. And I don't know, like it was just really fun to like kind of build a community like that. That's kind of like the most tedious part done, so now we're gonna go ahead and organize them. I'm gonna start with my 17 pile. Someone asked, how did Vernon become your bias? I don't know what it was. The reason why I got into 17 so much is because I started watching Going 17. The person who I'm just like immediately drawn to while I'm getting into the group, I'm like, okay, that's my bias. That's really how Vernon became my bias. The #1 thing I get told is either I look like Vernon or I just give Vernon vibes. You know what? I love that because it was kind of just like, yeah, he's my bias. And that's that on that. As I got to like stan 17 more, I was like, to me, like his personality, I just love how genuine he is like all the time. And I think that's like what I look for most when I like really want to like stan someone, is how genuine they are. And he's like the most genuine, like true to self person you could probably find in the K-pop industry. And also just like Beg For You by Charlie XCX featuring Vernon. That is my song. I'm obsessed with that. I'm obsessed with everything he does. I sound insane, but like genuinely. When I told my friends that Vernon was my bias, they were like, we would have never guessed that. But like now everyone's like, that makes so much sense. So yeah, that's how Vernon became my bias. Okay, I'm gonna put these away really quickly because it's literally taking forever, and then come back and I'll show you like the update on where I am. Okay, my 17th collection is all done. It has become much larger. Here are my 2 miscellaneous binders. This is everything I have to fit into them. I think I want to keep 5th gen in this binder just because I take it out with me more. Here's everything in my miscellaneous binder so far. Okay, let's answer another question though while we're doing this. Oh my god! How did you make K-pop friends? I do have a pretty big friend group who I go to like K-pop events with and K-pop concerts with. I started working at a boba shop. Literally, this is so funny. Me and my like best friend's meet cute was I started working at the boba shop I used to work at, and I noticed she had on like Converse, but like not just like the regular high top Converse. They were like the Converse that had like the big bottom and like the ridges on them. And those who know that is like K-pop stand's uniform. I was like, mind you, this was literally the first day I was working there, and I had said maybe 2 words to her before this, but I went up to her and I was like, do you like K-pop? And she was like, yes. And I was like, I knew it. And so immediately we started talking about like what groups we liked and like who our biases were, and you just have to be kind of like outgoing like that. So yeah. And then all my other friends like started working at the boba shop. We all just like formed a friend group, and now we go out all the time together. So it's been really fun. All right, what I'm starting with here, I already took out all of the pages that I don't want in here. So this is what we're starting with, okay? Not that much. Here's on my Zero Base 1. My bae Kelsey asks, how does it feel to be an icon? P.S. I love you. You're hyping me up too much. I love you. I love Kelsey. Okay, someone asked, what dance practice did you find most challenging to dance/learn? Most of the time, I personally find girl group dances a little harder for me because I am most comfortable with like hip hop style dance, and I feel like you find that more with boy groups. With girl groups, you have to be a little sharper, and that's really hard for me, like being really sharp. I just kind of let my body do whatever it feels like doing. I think like overall what I found the most difficult probably has to be either Maestro by 17, like the footwork, that was so hard, or Impossible by Rise. I just like cannot wrap my head around the dance. I look back at some of my dance videos and I'm like, why did I post that? Like, that is not good. But like at the time I'm like, oh, this will work, so I'll post it. I think a lot of people think like I do like one take and I'm good. Girl, I film my dance covers at least 10 times before I have a take that I like, and most of the time I'm sitting there filming it for like an hour. And so that's why in some of my dance videos I look really like sweaty because I am sweating. Basically every dance I do is really hard. I did not realize how many pages I needed to be using. I should have ordered more. That completes my Ricky melting point page. Okay, perfect. Perfect. But I have to add another page. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna cry. Okay, perfect. I have another Matthew. Where did that come from? Okay, I have all my Zero Base 1 organized. My Rise photo cards are kind of out of order. That's why I need to fix them. So I have Shotaro here, and then there's just Jungwoo right here. Okay. Honorary member of Rise, Jungwoo. Oh, I want to clarify, all my Rise photo cards have either been purchased before the boycott or have been purchased from third-party sellers because I am boycotting Rise currently in order to show support to Sunghan. Because Rise is 7. Okay. If you could have dinner with anyone, who would it be? P.S. Love ya. Love you you. Okay, this is gonna sound so delusional, but I'm just saying this because my friends and I talk about it a lot. My friends and I have a theory that if we were to ever like actually hang out with 17, we would become friends so quickly. We'd have to get over the language barrier, but we think like we could vibe with them for sure. I would want to be with like my friends. Also, like I want to go on Nana tour with 17. Oh my goodness. Every time I rewatch Nana tour, I'm like, bro, I should have been there. But they'd be like, why are you here? And I just have to be like awkwardly standing in the corner. Okay, so that is my 5th gen binder all complete. I'm so happy to finally have this done. Okay, so my plan is I'm gonna start with NCT at the front because I always start with whoever I have the most of at the front. These are the new NCT photo cards I've gotten. It's mostly wavy. One Jisung from Dreamscape. Okay, this is a quick question. Someone asked, what are you studying? So I'm currently in my 2nd semester of college, but I already have my AA finished. Right now I'm studying marketing. I'm a marketing major. I'm a business major. This is so funny. I literally only have one girl group photo card. I used to collect Twice, but I like gave my whole collection to my friend who loves Twice. So the only girl group photo card I have now is I got it randomly at like a photo card trading event and I love her. And that is everything done. Oh my gosh, this felt like it took forever. I'm gonna quickly show you what I did so that you can see like how I organized this. Let me show you. Okay, so that is all of my photo cards organized. I hope this was a fun video to watch. I know it's like not like the vlogs that I usually post, which I do definitely want to start posting more vlogs, but I honestly thought this one was really fun. So if you liked this style of video, let me know. Yeah, this was just really fun. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and I will see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.